am making Texas tostadas tonight for dinner. Now I have elk and beef meat in here for hamburger. I turn that up. You can just use regular hamburger, but this was given to us and I can't taste any difference. And of course it's so good and so lean with the elk in there as well. But we're going to use this up, just crumble it up. And hopefully you watched a video I made earlier today of some taco seasonings. So this is it. Please go watch the little video. A little joy for a world that's not always so joyful. We cook this up and then we'll sprinkle on the seasonings for the meat. So here's all of the homemade spices in here. Put on however much you want. And let's cook it all in with the meat. In the meantime, here on this element, I've got some refried beans that I have put. I did a large can and then a half of another can, and then maybe a half a cup of water in with it, just so that it's just easier instead of really tough to get onto your plate. It'll stick to your spoon. I'd rather have it easier to put onto the plate that way. I've already cut up my lettuce, my tomatoes, I've got my cheese all ready to go, and there's a couple special little ingredients in there that I guess maybe makes it Texas, I'm not quite sure, but it's very good and a little unusual, but I think you're gonna like it. I'm gonna show you now how I cut these avocados. I just cut them in half, of course, cut them along this way so your hands aren't really in the way. And please be very careful when you do it. You don't want to cut all the way through and then into your hand, right? Most people don't want to do that. I have done this for quite a while, so I know how far to go down into the skin of the avocado. So I do it like this, and then I just keep it in there. That way your hands don't get messy, and you have it just like that. Squeeze it on the ends. Guess what? There you go. You've got that. I get a spoon. And did you know that the dark green on the inside of the avocado has the most of the nutrients in it? It's just the best. This dark green, so don't be afraid of that. You don't have to have that brown seed thing, of course. But all this dark green, that holds most of the vitamins. I have already done the cutting on this. I just take my spoon. That way you don't get messy. It's like that. There you go. Scoop it out and easy to go. Normally you use a tortilla shell, correct? That's hard to cut when you put everything on top of that and you try to cut it. This is wonderful. Fritos corn chips. Squish them up. These happen to be the scoops. If you want scoops to leave them that way, you could do that. Pour it right into the middle of your plate and then shake it. So you've got your beans, kind of like a glue, sticks it together. The more things you add on here, it gets really piled high. So keep that in mind as you put everything on. And this is the elk and beef meat here. And these are your toppings to put on your Texas tostadas. You've got your crunched up corn chips here, your beans, your meat. I like to put the cheese on next so it'll kind of melt it together. Lettuce, because I like that. I'm not having any of the salsa, it's just a little too hot. And your tomatoes. Somebody told me that they didn't like tomatoes, and so I cut out all of the insides of the tomatoes, you know, the seeds and all the kind of mushier part, and they liked it after that. Avocados, you have to have avocados for this, right? So good. You saw the way that I cut them. Just makes it so nice and easy, less messy. A little sour cream. You put on whatever toppings you want. Some people even like olives on it. I don't care for that so much, but I do like a little sour cream on it. Who would have ever thought walnuts? But it gives just another nice crunch. You got a lot of soft things in there. There's your walnuts. And my grandson loves the coconut flakes on top. He likes the sweetened, so I'll do a little of that. Some people call it snow on the mountain. And then you can eat it either with a fork or with a spoon. I kind of like a spoon because then I get all the bites in there. Hope you like it. Hope you make it. Happy trails.